The atmosphere at the Gabba won't surprise you. We are electric here. England make their way to the middle in very positive fashion. No huddle there, just a lot of energy, a lot of strong body language. Andrew Strauss knows that this is a very big day for his team. Equally, Simon Kadich and Shane Watson know that what they achieved yesterday evening, resisting what England threw at them and getting through to the close unbeaten, was a little achievement, a little plus mark in itself. And Shane Watson wants a piece of him. First boundary of the morning. There's a noise down here, I'll tell you, a serious noise down here. There's an example of why you mustn't bowl too short. Oh, it's a little beauty, but it isn't out. At least it's not out yet. England do have the decision review system at their disposal. So the issue here for Andrew Strauss and Matt Pryor behind the stumps, along with James Anderson, to work out is whether to use it. They choose not to. And wisely, because it flicks the bat pad.
One runs away, the third man. He's not there, and nicely played, Simon Kadich. Maybe a little bit on the outside edge of the bat, but fully in control.
Well, that's close. It's close. He may have just hit it. It's good length. Brought him forward. There may just have been an inside edge. And I don't think we're going to get a review. Or chance. Mixer. Can he hit? No, he can't. Well, I reckon there's a run there. Simon Kadich has put that into the gap, but Watson didn't respond. And in the end, Kadich was lucky to get back. A direct hit, he was gone.
Yeah, big mix-up. You don't need that. There was a run in it. Watson didn't want to go. He was just forward of that man at point. He's got the big dive in, Kadich, and I'm not sure it would have saved him. He was gone for all money. It takes a long time to turn around, and not far away at all.
It's a nice shot. It beats mid off too. And that may run all the way. It's the best place to hit the ball if you can here at the Gabba. Nice and straight. Timed it beautifully. Wasn't much more than a forward defence.
And we'll see more and more of those sort of shots on the up as the pitch quickens up.
How's that missed the wicket? It was all happening there. Attempted bounce, a good line. Watson in trouble. Ball going onto the stumps.
A magnificent bouncer. Watson had no idea. His chin went up, his gloves went up. The ball could have gone absolutely anywhere. As it turned out, it nearly bounced back down onto his stumps. Look at it, look at this. Whoops, hits his arm, comes down behind him and spins past the off stump as he kicks it away.
Yeah, it was a good delivery ball. That was the extra. Oh, geez, that's a nasty extra yard of pace. The real effort ball. I think with Shane Watson, they have got two back on the hook. He's a natural hook, and he just wanted to let it go, but suddenly just misjudged the line. Quality bowling.
Oh, shot. Glorious on drive. Superb stroke.
Super shot. Not the ideal start. Stephen Finn just over pitching a little bit.
There you go. That's a sweet example of just what I was saying.
And Chappelli, if there is a calamity at the top, it's generally calm. It's nice and stable at the top, that's for sure. But there's certainly a nice way to get into the innings. Both men working hard defensively, then branching out into easy-looking, magnificent shots like that.
Oh, beauty. Again, Watson into position quickly. Maybe not as pure a piece of timing as some of those previous. But this is proving to be quite a match for Watson already. He gave a lesson to everybody else yesterday about how to bowl here. And he's doing much the same with the bat. Another massive crowd in at the Gabba. Oh, good shout, LBW, surely LBW, yes! The dreaded finger goes to the sky. England have a breakthrough.
Well, he's a moving target, is Simon Kadich, and not even he knows where his stumps were and how that felt. It didn't feel very good to him. He's saying it might be worth having an appeal here, or should I just walk? Watson's at the non-striker's end and says, I'll back you. I wasn't even sure where you got hit.
Now, one thing I suppose that he might have in his favour, if he hasn't edged it, it's hit a bit higher than what I thought.
Well, it's high on the pad, definitely, well above the knee roll. How big are the pads?
So what do we get in the wickets? That's the one that's going to matter. Missing, too high. Kadich has done the right thing. What a moment for Australia. Now, I wonder if England might ask here. I think they are right to. I think it's important enough for them to get the breakthrough here. Pitching doesn't matter. Impact in line, that's fine. Wickets umpire's call. It might have glanced the stump, but it's going to go with Billy Doctrove. He's got one right as far as Eagle Eye is concerned. So England, I'm afraid, will lose one of their reviews. Oh, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Perseverance pays. Strauss catches. Watson goes.
Well, very, very good follow-up delivery, and that's terrific bowling from Jimmy Anderson, because he's the one who's had two go against him, two referrals go against him. He could have got down in the dumps, but no, he followed up with an absolute beauty, and the skipper gets the catch, and boy, there'll be some relief in this huddle as England get their first breakthrough and Australia are 1 for 78 at the Gabba.
Yet to get off the mark, Ponting. Oh, and that one, outside edge. Now he's off the mark. Convincing? No. Oh, gee, that's a good shot. He was backing away from that one. It wasn't as short as he thought, and good running as well. Ponting comes back for 3. And he's away, that's for sure. He moves into double figures at lunchtime, day 2.
Leg lance, has he hit it? They reckon he has. So does the umpire. Innocuous as you like. Ponting's got to go.
Well, don't worry about the plans. The old strangle down the leg side. That's an absolute bonus, that is. And Ricky Ponting would have been talking at lunch. Everyone would have been asking, what's a wicket like? It's good. Wants to set himself for a big innings. Had to start again after the break, and then he's just tickled one down the leg side. Can you believe it? It's an absolute bonus for England and Jimmy Anderson.
Ian Chappell was talking about it straight off the back edge of the Kookaburra. Ian Chappell was talking about it. You hang in there, you're not bowling as badly as the statistics are saying. Things can turn your way. Well, that is disappointing for Australia, but England don't want to hear a bar of that. Ponting's out for 10. An outstanding player for Australia. Coming off a tough series in India recently, but that's a long time ago. It's been all about the Ashes for a month or 2. Anderson, full, and missing the outside edge. Whoa, England, they've enjoyed their sandwiches. Oh, that's middle stump, and that's the tickle Ricky Ponting couldn't achieve. Kadich has done it from the stumps. To rub it into the wound, it's 50 as well. Oh, that's nipped back in, probably bounced a little too high. Anderson just won't leave the right length.
He's got it right, hasn't he, since lunch? May have been a little inside edge there too. It seemed like a couple of noises. But he really is probing around that off stump, bringing Clark forward.
Simon Kadich on strike to Steve Finn now. They've had 2 men out on the hook for Simon Kadich. Was a little bit wasteful. Now they brought 1 man up next to the square leg umpire. Finn to continue. It's full, and it's caught. 6'8", down at pace to catch a beauty.
Super catch, very hard. 6'7", 6'8", to bend over down at those toes, stretch the hamsters. He managed to get down. He was alert enough that he could catch it. It's exactly what Steve Finn needed. That's the wicket they wanted to with Katic to start, the two new batters. Now it's a good catch. Just held up on him a little bit. Tried it a bit square. It's a good catch. That's his first Ashes wicket. He would have been thinking about what was my first one going to be? Well, there it is. Just what England needed too. 3 for 100 Australia. Simon Katic gone for a well-compiled 50.
Mike Hussey at the crease. Pack slips field. He's not in great form. Finn to continue. Oh! Nearly caught.
Well, I'm not too sure that that carried. I think it was probably just short, but the staggered slip cord and certainly hands flying in all direction. The reaction there of Swan would suggest that he's dropped it.
Yeah, just looking at Swan's body language and his reaction there, I reckon it carried. It was a good effort. He had to go. It wasn't a carry to first slip. Swan made the early call. He went. Oh, it's a great effort from Graham Swan. He's a very good slipper. Just died on him a little bit. Nearly under his hand. He just sort of jammed it and squeezed it.
Oh, now he's pushing. Michael Clark's collided. Dropped his bat. 3 slips to Clark now. Play and miss. Finn's backing Anderson up beautifully.
Yeah, that's a beautiful ball.
And a big shout. Big shout. Unmoved. Unmoved. And they're going to review it.
He's hit the cover off this. He's hit the cover off it. And let's have a look and see if it's he's always going to be behind that line. Now the question is, can we pick up a little inside edge? There we go. Anywhere near his body? No, look, there's nothing else there. It's got to be bad. Now then, what about hot spot?
Why have we got hot spot? Oh, not showing much. There's 4 hotspot cameras here. There's more than we've ever had. The Vodafone hotspot shows up nothing for mine.
This is a real interesting one here. You can read the lips of Andrew Strauss saying that's a massive nick, and there was a noise through the stumps. You could hear something. There's nothing else it could have hit. But whether the technology now is going to say it's going to be accurate enough, or it's picked up at something that's going to be able to get it out. Now, was there something on the ball there when it passed the bat?
Yeah, but it's there now.
Before it gets there.
That's the collision from the pitch. No collision on timber as far as I can see. Stayed with the decision. Michael Clark on North gets given not out. And England say, you're joking.
Great shot. That's the best pull shot we've seen for a long time from Michael Hussey. Nervous start by Hussey and Clark. That's a gem. Fraction too short. He rocked onto the back foot. Hit that like a bullet. Again. Another 4. It's well played. Whoa, that's a good one. That's a good bounce. A good Clark on the helmet. Stuart Broad.
He didn't move. No movement at all. Where did that hit him? He's just having a little check there. That was right on the temple, I'd say. He seemed to put a bit of off-cut into that. Oh, dear. Boy, that has hit him hard.
Certainly has. Back of the head. He got himself into an awkward position. Didn't get up.
He goes down. He goes long. He goes all the way. Beautifully played by Michael Hussey.
That's the way to play, Michael Hussey. That's the aggression he played with for Western Australia against Victoria last week. He's got to be a bit more free-flowing. That is a terrific stroke.
Yes. Cuts well, cuts through cover. Cuts for 4.
And he gets that opportunity because of the use of feet. He takes a calculated risk. All of a sudden, he gets a short one.
Well played. Nice use of the crease. But back and across and finds the gap again. He looks good, Hussey. Just survived first ball. Since then, he's looked pretty good. And again, same ball, same shot, same result. That's got him. Tempted pull shot from Michael Clark and a little top edge through to the keeper, so the bowling changes worked. Finns come into the attack and got rid of Clark.
Perseverance wins the game for England. Just belief, keep going, do what you do well, and in the end it forces the error. A little bit of extra bounce maybe from Finn. Matt Pryor taking it with his fingers pointing to the sky, but boy, I mean, a bit as we said earlier, didn't England need that? What a game of cricket this is. A difficult time for Michael Clark out there. He made 9. It's 4 for 140.
Oh, got him. Good delivery. Regulation off spinner. Finds the edge. And Collingwood at first slip, he doesn't drop too many.
Well, just what Graves Swan needed. 2 left-handers that he could go away with. And Marcus North, we're talking about looking to attack when you're first getting. That's just a searching, that's just a normal off spinner. He's just pushing at it, trying to get himself in. Thinks he hasn't done anything wrong there. He had that instead of maybe what Mark Nicholas said about attacking. He might have done something else. Swan's getting his confidence, got his first strike in this series, and Marcus North goes for 1. Australia lose their 5th wicket, 5 for 143.
And there's another pull shot. This time Hussey gets it away. Again, we see him leaping on anything short. And Finn, at times, has been too short to Hussey. 3 slips in place. Finn steaming in. And that is such a good shot. Oh, nicely played, Brad Haddon. That's his first boundary. And a delicious one.
105 behind are Australia. 50 runs here or there, so important with these two teams.
2 men back, but that's along the ground. That's going to take some stopping. He won't stop it. It's 4. I mean, when are they going to learn? Hussey is murdering everything that comes his way short.
Oh yes, there it is. That's his half century. Very well played, Michael Hussey. Came out to bat today under pressure. Quite a few people of the view that his place is in jeopardy.
There it is. Finally got one away, Brad Haddon. And a much-needed boundary for the keeper.
Just unbelievable, really. It's again a short ball. See the frustration in Finn almost the minute he released it.
It's that short one. He pulls it away. He's found the gap. There's 2 men back there. Hussey bisected them beautifully.
Well, Graham Swan strangely didn't kick the ground on that occasion. That was really a poor ball. And he got punished.
This is a great innings from Michael Hussey. There's Hussey again. Boy, he's timing the ball well.
Really turned the clock back today with his pull shot. Played some tremendous pull shots. Some of them not all that short.
The lights are on. The umpires obviously are geared to try and do the right thing by everybody. And rest assured about one thing. Yep, they're saying we're going in. Now you can rest assured about one thing. They'll take a reading out there now, and if the same situation occurs and we get to that same reading tomorrow night, they will be off on that reading.
Yeah, it's just very hard for the public, as we've just been talking about. The lights are on. They're saying, hang on, that's why the lights are on. Why are we going off? How can the light be bad? For everyone out there, what it means is it just is very hard for the batsman to pick the ball up. Andrew Strauss is asking that question now. Hang on, the lights are on. Why are we going off? He knows right now that it's a very difficult time to bat. It's an interesting time in the game. Australian batsmen will be saying, I'm glad we're coming off here because this is tough.
Now it's starting to drizzle, so this could turn out to be quite a good decision.
And with the rain and bad lights set in, it's an early end to day 2. When play begins tomorrow, Mike Hussey and Brad Haddon have got plenty of work to do, with Australia still 40 runs behind and 5 wickets in hand.